morning, everyone, and welcome to our first Flame Station event. We are very excited to welcome everyone who's joining us virtually from all over the world. We have an interesting lineup of conversations, a panel discussion, a number of interesting speakers. This topic of artificial intelligence is on everyone's lips, it seems, especially after the success with ChatGPT over the last few months. It is sadly also a greatly misunderstood type of technology, the most important and powerful technology we have ever created. I often think that people lie on one of two sides of a scale when I speak to my clients about this technology. On the one hand, you see people who think it is an absolute disaster. It's like Hollywood movies, killer robots, flying drones that's going to kill us all, take all our jobs. And I often tell them that this technology is not nearly as powerful as the media portrays. But on the other side of the scale, which is almost more important, are the people who are overly optimistic and who think that it's a silver bullet to fix all our societal and business problems. So where in the middle of that spectrum does this technology lie, and how can we practically use it in a responsible way? I trust that some of those messages are what you will get out of this meeting. You will hear about the practical business uses of artificial intelligence, but also very importantly, the ethics and the philosophy behind it, how regulators see it. And we're going to have a very interesting panel discussion. We invite you to submit your questions online, and we're going to try and get to as many of them as we can. And we will also post the event, answer the questions on the portal. But to open the event this morning, I would like to welcome Oscar Stark, who is one of the co-founders of Flame Station.
Morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the first ever Flame Station conference. I'm Oscar Stark, and with my co-founder Bruce Steyn, it's our privilege to actually welcome you to this inaugural event. You might be asking yourself the question, what is Flame Station? Well, Flame Station is an innovation impact center that we've set up to help support the development of entrepreneurial startups, typically taking a startup from idea through to commercialization and scaling in future. The nature of Flame Station is not only there to kind of appreciate the development of entrepreneurial expertise, but if we kind of look at the nature of how we've set up this entity, we operate in what we refer to as a phygital context, dealing with both a physical presence here in Braamfontein, from where we are broadcasting in Johannesburg, South Africa, and a digital context that actually allows us to collaborate with various partners across the globe. Talking about Flame Station, I'd like to also thank our Flame Station team who've pulled together this conference for us. If it's spearheaded by Lesedi Kunau and supported by Monica Bopape, Deshanka Nolan, Inga Rikoff, and Ruan Skutter. In the work that we do at Flame Station, technology is used as a tool to help enable and build capability within startups. Some would even say that technology actually serves as the great equalizer, allowing a startup to build capabilities that have traditionally only been held by large corporates. And in the work that we do with technology, we find that it's not just about the promise of what technology brings to the fore, but understanding some of the intricacies is actually quite critical to help ensure that you effectively deploy that technology. Having dealt with various technologies like cloud, blockchain, artificial intelligence has highlighted to us that in the magnitude of what it represents, it can serve as a significant differentiator for businesses that actually deploy it. But in that lies also the responsibility to ensure that artificial intelligence is used in a way that it doesn't adversely impact your business. This is actually quite important within the startup world, because with limited resources, you want to ensure that the way in which you deploy your technology, it actually yields the benefit as best possible. As Flame Station, we've done a lot of research into the topic, and we came across quite a few people who were asking similar questions. And this led us down a path to actually set up this conference to not only create a platform where people globally can engage around the topic of artificial intelligence, but also bring together a fantastic line of speakers that can help us understand not only the opportunity that lies in artificial intelligence, but also some of the peculiarities that need to be considered, especially if you want to deploy it responsibly. Our lineup of speakers will then today cover a variation of topics, and you've already had Professor Johan Steyn on screen. He's double-hatting as our MC, but he will later delve into the detail around how artificial intelligence can help your business. Professor Johan is the founder of AI for Business, which is an organization that investigates the use of artificial intelligence from different perspectives and advises businesses not only around the use but the responsible use of artificial intelligence. He's rated as one of the top 50 thinkers around artificial intelligence by Swiss Cognitive, and currently is an adjunct professor to the Wuxing University in India while serving as a research affiliate at the Stellenbosch University in South Africa. Thanks, Johan, for being our MC for the day. Next up, we'll have the pleasure of Mr. Akiva Bibi, who is the co-founder and CEO of SOVA, which is a fintech accelerator. Akiva is a well-traveled international speaker and has consulted various Fortune 500s around their startup aspirations outside of actually co-founding various ventures. He brings with him a depth of understanding around organizational dynamic and the difficulties to be able to compete in the complex business landscape that we find ourselves today. And in his talk, he'll share with us an appreciation around how SOVA has deployed artificial intelligence in their business, and perhaps proverbially lifting the covers to expose us to some of the practicalities to be considered around artificial intelligence. Lastly, we are being joined by Professor Marcus Krieps, all the way from London. Marcus is the founder of the Human AI Institute and serves as a subject matter expert around artificial intelligence, consulting and guiding organizations like the Organization for Economic Cooperative Development and the United Nations. As a financial services veteran, he thoroughly understands the financial services market and all things related to risk management and conduct. And his depth of experience has seen him serve on various boards in financial institutions in Europe. Marcus is a keen technology adventurer, and it's safe to say that when he talks about a piece of technology, he's already had his hands quite dirty to appreciate the intricacies around it. Later on, he'll share with us the responsibility that we all carry around ethical use of artificial intelligence, as shared from his global perspective that typically guides organizations like the UN to provide guidance to their members. As you can hear, the panel that we have today carry a depth of understanding around the topic that you don't often stumble across. And there's an invite to all the attendees today to use the platform and submit questions. We'll venture to try and answer as many of these questions, time permitting, in a slot that will be running to the tail end of the agenda, which actually allows us to carry a panel discussion. Where we unfortunately can't attend to some of the questions, we do commit to ensure that post the conference, we'll answer all questions and share that back to the community of people that have subscribed to this event. Our panel discussion later on will be run by Johan Skutte. He is an innovation specialist and futurist, part of our Flame Station team, and promises to ensure that we actually get to the nitty-gritty and sometimes less shared realities around the topic. With all that said and done, I'm appreciative that we are eager to kind of get into it, And I'd like to hand back to Professor Johan Steyn, who will take us through artificial intelligence and how it can actually help your business.